Greetings, travelers. Welcome back to Page of Wands Roman Tarot. I'm your host, Nate Airo. Let's dive in, like we always do, with a 3-card quick hit for the collective. Spirit, what should the collective know today for their highest good? Today is 11/11, November 11th, 2025. We have the Six of Swords, Strength, and the King of Pentacles. This is all about moving to calmer waters, progressing, growth with strength here. This is giving, like you're at the finish line. Spirit's giving you that last little push, that last little bit of strength as you step into this chapter of abundance that you haven't experienced before. This is healing. This is growth and moving forward. This is the hard work that you have done. It is a journey. It is moving to calmer waters. It's stability, strength, and compassion for yourself. And you've come to realize in this spiritual journey and this growth and progression of your own path that that's what it takes for abundance. And that's clear now. So you can sit back and wait, honey. This chapter of wealth and stability and generosity, it's here. Welcome to the rest of your life. We had our first snowfall here in the Midwest last night, and when I woke up, it was gorgeous and quiet, and the snow was still falling. So I drank my coffee and made a homemade deck. So let's do another 3-card quick hit with my homemade deck. Spirit, what can we tell the collective here with the deck that we made for them? Wow, Six of Swords is back out. Well, we got 4. This is remarkable. The Six of Swords is back out. We have the King of Cups, the Eight of Wands, and the Hermit. So this is telling me that we're coming out of this Hermit phase. We're coming out of the introspection and the inward growth. And we're moving into calmer waters. We're moving into perhaps a resolution to any conflict or disagreements. The Eight of Wands tells me this is happening quickly. This is already in motion. You are taking inspired action to come out of this Hermit phase, to move into calmer waters, to move into your King of Cups energy, your nurturing, warm-hearted, loving, emotionally fulfilling chapter that we are already moving into. This is giving, you've done the work. Now sit back and watch the beauty unfold. If you'd like your own free reading or the chance to appear on the podcast, head over to nateairo.vip and scroll down until you see Submit Your Story. You can send me a message there, and I try to get through all of them. We can dive into your questions and get some clarity from the universe right here on the podcast. So today we're doing a career reading for Julie. Julie has been in the restaurant business in a management position for a few decades now, and it's really taking a toll on her physical health. And she's curious about this next chapter as she looks for other positions. So let's do a career reading for Julie. Spirit, what should Julie know career-wise as she steps into this next chapter of her life and career? Career reading for Julie. Wow. So we have the Queen of Cups with strength and the Ace of Pentacles with the Page of Wands. This, Julie, this couldn't get more promising and more motivational. The Queen of Cups, she's tenderhearted and loving and warm and kind. These are traits about yourself that you should consider as you're looking for your next career move. These are your innate personality traits and your innate way of interacting with other people in your life. As the Queen of Cups, it just comes naturally to you. So Spirit is saying these are things to consider as you're considering your next position or considering this career move. Again, we just had strength in the quick hit, but it's this idea of Spirit just pushing you across the finish line or pushing you into this next emotionally fulfilling and nurturing era of your life and career. The Ace of Pentacles and the Page of Wands, literally this is like a new job or good news on a new job. So you didn't mention in the email, but I don't know if you're actively interviewing for jobs, but this is sending the message of you're going to get good news or incoming good news regarding your job. This is a new beginning or a new way of making money. This screams a new job that not only supports you financially, but supports you emotionally as well in these personality traits that you will get to display in this new field that perhaps you haven't, being in the restaurant and hospitality business. Spirit, what else can we tell Julie today? Yes, the Lovers, confirmation of everything that we've discussed. King of Swords. So this actually may be leading to a soul match. We have the King of Swords here, which is a masculine leadership energy that is coming into your life, potentially directly related to this new job. So this new position may introduce you to this King of Swords, or it may just be that you're operating in a more authentic role. You're operating in a more authentic and nurturing position each day. So naturally, that's going to display itself in your personality and the way that you interact with people, and therefore potentially leading to this soul union. If nothing else, Julie, take this as your confirmation to proceed in the process of finding a new industry or job for yourself, because that is what will welcome in these blessings for you. Anything else today, Spirit, for Julie? Seven of Wands reversed with the Page of Pentacles. So this is surrendering. This is trusting in Spirit, trusting in the universe, and sort of throwing up your hands and working together to co-create this next chapter of your life. The Page of Pentacles, again, incoming change to the way that you make money. This could actually be a new job offer, incoming message about money matters. Positive message about money matters. So yeah, Julie, the cards here don't lie. It is all positive moving toward this career change. You need to now step into the inspired action to welcome in these blessings. All the best to you, friend. Welcome back, travelers. We're going to do a quick love reading for Michael. He just asked his girlfriend, Michaela, to move in with him. And it's the first time that he's lived with a partner. And he wants to understand the energy going into this next huge chapter of their lives. Spirit, what can we let Michael and Michaela know about their relationship and moving in with one another? Wow. Well, the Wheel of Fortune, so we've got good luck. We're off to a good start. The Four of Wands, this is like twin flame. This is my soulmate card. And the Eight of Pentacles, you've put in the work. You understand that this relationship or relationships in general take work. You've already done so and you're willing to continue to keep putting in the work. The Chariot. Yes, this is incoming action, movement, taking control. Ten of Wands, the Ace of Swords, a new beginning of truth and commitment and connection and communication. Michael, this looks gorgeous, my friend. The Chariot, you've taken the inspired action to receive these blessings. And now you can sit back and enjoy your life with your soulmate. Welcome back, travelers. We're going to do an in-depth collective reading on our finances. So if you check out my TikTok page at Airo, you'll see that I'm in the midst of a 60-day manifestation challenge. And a part of that is money. As you know, I'm working toward funding the van purchase and conversion. And as a collective, I can feel, with the Fool on the bottom of the deck, incoming blessings, incoming financial blessings for the collective. And I want to get a little more information on that and perhaps be able to provide a little peace when it comes to monetary matters. So Spirit, let's dive into the collective finances. What can we let the collective know for the remainder of 2025? Can't make it up. Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles. This is the Queen of Money. Mature, grounded, generous, perhaps an entrepreneur, a successful entrepreneur. Wow. The Ace of Wands. Good news, new beginnings, new creative endeavors, new creative, passionate endeavors that lead to money. This is very much giving your creative soul, your creative entrepreneur, and your creative gifts are going to be making you money, and lots of it. Spirit, what else for finances? The Emperor. Leadership, authority, power, protection, ambition. This is wild. Ace of Cups, a new emotionally fulfilling beginning, new relationships, new love, happiness, celebration, victory, success, public recognition. This is actually you're going viral, and your creative passion or your small business is going to blow up. It's going to create these new beginnings and new opportunities that prior were not available to you. And you're going to stand in your power as the business owner, as the leader, as the money maker and successful creative entrepreneur. Listen, if you had any doubt before, I can assure you that your life is about to change. Congratulations. Thanks so much for hanging out today on Page of Wands, Roaming Tarot. Make sure you're following the podcast and my socials at Nate Airo. I'll put it here on the screen for you. If I've brought any value or joy to your life, please consider leaving a 5-star review for the podcast and a nice comment. Don't forget to follow and subscribe to the podcast wherever you listen. We'll be back next week with more clarity and divine messages from Source. Again, thanks so much for hanging out today. I want to close things out with a few oracle cards from the Moonology deck. Spirit, what can we leave the collective with today on this 11/11 portal? Don't let pride get in your way. Pride and ego can really steer us away from Source, away from Spirit. Don't let pride get in your way. A lot of Leo energy here. Also, we have, look at the bigger picture. The arrow. Perfect place to leave this. I am Nate Airo. Thanks again so much for hanging out today. We'll see you next week on Page of Wands.